Overlanding. Some might consider it type A fun. Fun while you're doing it, and fun after the fact while you're thinking about it. Overlanding is traveling in your vehicle to camp in the backcountry, or, sometimes just on the road. This is weirdly debated on the internet, though. Backpacking. Type B fun. Pretty miserable while you're doing it, but then it's pretty fun to think about after the fact. Here's me looking absolutely miserable just to prove it. Replanning your entire trip because wildfires destroyed your plans to summit Mount Whitney. Well, that's probably type C fun. Yep, this really happened. About 3 days prior to our departure, we received an email telling us that our permit had been canceled due to California closing all the national forests in the state. So Kim, Becky, Isaac, and myself had to replan an entire week-long trip in the matter of about 3 days. Our destination was Montana. This is a 2-part series documenting our overlanding and backpacking excursion to Montana, a state none of us had ever visited. We had a plethora of activities planned for the journey, so why don't we just get going? No road trip of ours is complete without the Butt Rock playlist. Think of Nickelback, 3 Days Grace, Puddle of Mud. You probably get the picture. I believe it's public on Spotify, so you can give that a listen and thank me later. Our first destination was Walla Walla, Washington. On our way, we drove through the beautiful Columbia River Gorge. This is definitely one of my favorite spots in Oregon, and it's still sort of crazy that we live only 30 minutes away from it. We had a pretty amazing sunset along the way, coupled with some spectacular views along the Columbia River. What's going on?
What's up?
We're in Walla Walla. We've been driving all day. We're out here with our pals Becky and Isaac, and we're on a week-long trip. We're going to do some wine tasting in Walla Walla tomorrow, and just kind of meander our way around Montana, Idaho, Washington. We're going to hopefully not see any grizzlies at all. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Whoa.
An ice machine?
Ooh.
Water machine?
This is wonderful.
I built it myself.
I built it myself.
And no one's using
Dude,
any
there's
of it.
no one out here.
No one.
Fantastic. We've got a fantastic little hotel. Is this a hotel? What would you call this? This is a hotel, right?
Jenga?
Giant Jenga. Giant hot tub.
Oh, this is the hot.
Heck yeah, dude.
After getting to Walla Walla, we set up in our hotel and went downtown to grab a meal and a couple of beers, and then went back to hang in the giant hot tub for a bit. The next morning, we went back into town to go to our first wine tasting appointment of the day, and were pleasantly surprised by a Labor Day parade going on, supporting local rodeo groups in Walla Walla and Pendleton. While we watched the festivities taking place, we walked around for a bit to grab some coffee, breakfast, and check out the farmers market. Hands down, though, our favorite part was the pooper scoopers. They know how to make shoveling shit a real party. I mean, look at this guy. We checked out a few different wineries and quite a few different wines, but I gotta say, our favorite place was a winery called Savaya. Every single wine we had there was the bomb.com. If you ever find yourself there, make sure to ask for Denise. Well, actually, there's 2 Denises, but I'll leave it to you to pick your favorite.
After some fantastic wine and a quick bite to eat, we took off towards Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for our first dispersed campsite for the week.
We arrived in Coeur d'Alene National Forest well after dark, and we started searching for a campsite. We had spotted a few on Overlander, but as our luck would have it at that time of night, they were all taken by the time we got there. And the spots available in that area were pretty few and far between, so we had to do a little late night exploring. Fortunately, though, we wound up finding a pretty decent campsite.
Situations.
We had arrived at camp around midnight, and when Kim got all set up to start cooking, we realized that the hose that our propane tank that we brought wasn't working with the stove, and it wasn't releasing propane. So we had to make a quick decision and figure out how to cook some stuff. So thankfully we all had our backpacking stoves, and we set up a quick little fix in order to have some dinner. We had dinner around 12:30, and after that we got all packed up and went to bed.
It's a little smoky, but it's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all.
Little smokies. Last night we drove in super late, and we're up here in Coeur d'Alene National Forest. So we could not find a spot last night. The few spots that I had bookmarked were all taken up. So we ended up driving for about an hour. Eventually found a spot. Pretty nice view for the most part, except it's very smoky. AQI, I think, here is around 100 to 150. So yeah, definitely some smoke lingering in the area, which is unfortunate. And today we are heading to Missoula. Becky's cousin lives in Missoula, so we're gonna go stay with them tonight, check out the town, and then we're gonna start backpacking on Tuesday, so that's in 2 days. So lots of adventures on this trip, all different types of adventures. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, you already got some beers in here.
St. Regis, Montana. First time to Montana. And we stumbled upon this little town, and there's a little metal yard sculpture garden thing. It's cute. Becky, which one's your favorite? Oh, the dinosaur is cool. We made it to Missoula, Montana. We're staying here tonight with Becky's cousin. So probably gonna hit the town, do a little brewery, drinking, whatever kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really beautiful, except for it's still very smoky out here. It's been smoky pretty much since we left Oregon, which has been a bit unfortunate, but we're shipping off tomorrow. We're gonna go camp somewhere near the trailhead. And then we're going to do some backpacking on Tuesday.
When we got to town, Jay had told us that there was a super fun German fest happening in downtown Missoula. So we all hopped in the car to go check it out.
go.
I'm guessing, so this whole lot is theirs too. I'm guessing it's either going to be parking or more apples, trees eventually.
Well, you're not. Yeah.
No, Becky's right.
Look at it.
He's performing.
It might be long. Might be longer than half an inch.
You got it.
Go, little buddy, go.
Go.
Got the layer mark. Oh!
Let's go. We should race inchworms.
He was like, hell no.
Okay, so
An inchworm race.
The next morning, Jay's girlfriend Mickey took us down to the University of Montana where she's doing her master's, and we went and checked out the river that runs near the campus. After having a little dip, we shipped off to Libby, Montana.
Been cooped up for such a long time. All my worries got me paralyzed. Stepping out into the daylight. You know I'm ready for a good time. Ooh, can you feel the energy? Ooh, something's coming over me. You know I'm ready for a good time. And now I'm soaking in the sunshine. No clouds above me or the blue skies. You know I'm ready for a good time, good time.
By the recommendation of Jay and Mickey, we stopped at this very nice bar on the side of Flathead Lake called the Raven. Great food, great beer, beautiful views, and Flathead Lake was just absolutely stunning. I was not prepared for that. So, so beautiful.
You know I'm ready for a good time. And now I'm soaking in the sunshine. No clouds above me, only blue sky. You know I'm ready for a good time, good time. Ooh, can you feel the energy?
Looks like we're gonna stay in Montana for a while. That was the year your mom was born.
Got 'em.
Whee!
Wheeling.
Sorry.
It's a spot.
Wheeling.
Wheeling.
Ooh, watch out for that rock.
Oh yeah, all the hundreds of rocks.
Which one? Look at
More
this
stripes.
moth that won't leave our window alone. Whee!
This is where the bears like to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one right there.
That'd be pretty cool if there was.
Watch out for the steep drop. Yeah.
This looks
Sleeping on rocks tonight,
kinda nice.
boy.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a great tent spot, is it? Maybe let's go.
Look at that. That's sick nasty.
Sick, nasty baby.
Nasty, brother.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
Whee!
Hello.
Is that a fire pit?
That's Fire Pit. This is the spot.
It's the spot.
It's not next to the river though.
But what's this little trail back here?
Brush.
Did not see that.
Oh, here's Site 2012.
2012.
2012.
2012.
It's that 2012.
It's pretty overgrown.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hold that?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, you guys.
Yeah.
Is this marshy though?
Right? Is it munchy?
Oh, what's that over there?
That looks like the river.
This is
You're gonna have to reverse all the way out.
Yep. Nope. There we go.
Whoa! Sorry.
I think this is it, you guys.
I think we found the one.
Take me to your. Where are we going?
Look, there's a bench.
Built like a legit.
Wow.
Wow, this is
Sick.
awesome.
I've seen sicker.
Yeah, I have two.
Wow, this water is crystal clear.
This is a skip right here. You're gonna film my skip.
All right, go.
Whoa!
That was a good one.
Oh, sometimes when it.
We could.
I feel like it's warmer than Flathead Lake was.
Is it?
For my first little protest.
Yeah.
Ours has been full the whole time.
Where are you
Been
guys
toting
gonna
it
film with
around.
the vlogger? You guys gonna filter it?
Just like in the background, just like.
Like wedding dance song, like we're gonna have a DJ, but like have him like sing a song. It's like this song he has is called "Let Love In," and it's really good. And it's really
Well, we are out in the Montana wilderness, and it is absolutely stunning. We found a pretty nice little campsite on this little river bend. Great view. Fantastic view. We're gearing up to do our backpacking trip in the morning, so it'll be a somewhat early morning. Come on. Surprisingly, there were no fire restrictions in Kootenai National Forest at the time. All recreational fire bans had been lifted about a week earlier, so we were able to have a little fire, and it was probably a good thing because it got very cold that night.
You wouldn't look that different without eyebrows, Winston. Your eyebrows are so light.
You're probably right. Wouldn't be able to see it. Isaac's famous chicken and rice. Very excited. Let's go.
Here, Winston.
Yeah.
Traveling up to FedEx Field from Virginia, you know how the metro stops up there? And it's like probably a mile walk from the metro station up to the field.
What?
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Join us next week as we get going on our Alpine, Montana backpacking journey. And we see some fantastic mountains. It was such a beautiful backpacking trip. And then we head up into northern Montana along Lake Koocanusa, and we stay at a beautiful fire lookout. Next week's episode is going to be really fun.